Hello, everybody. It's Sammy. Um, wanted to make a video because I felt compelled to make a video after I saw a Facebook status, and this girl, she was like, "If you're in a relationship and your man is cheating on you, okay, you need to step your sex game up and start role playing or something like that." Okay, that was what she said. Now, in my lifetime, I've heard my share of ignorant things. All right, that was one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. So I was like, that's pretty up there, you know what I mean? So I'm like, goodness, like, where do people get their morals from? Where do people get their standards from? Where does this come from? That's what I'm thinking. Like, where does this come from? And it's absolutely ridiculous. But for the sake of anybody else out there who might have a similar question in their head or a similar thought process or statement in their head, and they don't know that's how they feel, that if your man is cheating on you, you have to step your sex game up. Then I'm gonna attempt to fill you in proper information, the proper way to do it. um, I would say for a female. All right. um, if you're in a situation where your boyfriend is cheating on you, the proper response is not to reward him. Okay, if your boyfriend cheats on you and you decide you're gonna step your sex game up to keep him around, what you're actually doing is you're rewarding him. So now he sees something good in being bad. You know what I'm saying? So that's not the right way to go. Um, Actually, at that point, the only right thing to do is to leave him. If he's cheating on you, that's done. Because without faithfulness in a relationship, it's that it's almost not a relationship. You're more or less either fuck buddies or good friends. If you remain faithful to each other, then you have the foundation for a relationship. Um, Now, there's other routes you could take. You don't exactly have to dump somebody, but communication is always the very best next step. Right? I'm a little more harsh, so my first step is always get out, get over, get done with it. But I understand when you're in that situation where you're attached to somebody, you kind of don't want to take that route right away. You want to give it a fighting chance. So we'll go ahead and start with the communication. You want to communicate how you feel about it, and how you feel about it. Yeah, that's great, but you also want to know why they did it. What is causing them? Uh, what is causing the unfaithfulness in the relationship on their behalf? That's what you really want to get to the root of. That's what you really want to get to the core of in communication. And just talk it out. I mean, what else? It's that easy. You're communicating your feelings. They're communicating their feelings. You're trying to hatch out a solution. You're trying to. You're not trying to. You're not trying to argue. Okay, because arguing, believe it or not, is not healthy. People tell you, oh, all relationships argue. Oh. No, arguing just shows that you don't know how to settle a difference. That's all it shows. So you don't want to argue. You want to settle the difference. So you want to communicate and you want to talk it out. This whole like, oh, you fighting, and because fighting is beginning in a series of escalations. You can't settle one argument, leads to another. So, but that's not what this is about. It's about cheating. You don't want to argue. You want to communicate. Okay. So you communicate first. All right. No, first you leave them. Okay. That's for me. That's personally for me. Okay. But like I said, I understand people don't just want to walk out on their significant other because they're so significant. Um, obviously they cheated on you. You're not that significant to them, but that's just how I feel. Some people might say, "Oh, I still love you," some whatever it is these guys say these days. So just communicate. Start some communication and make sure that all points are being communicated well. All emotions, all feelings. You don't want any miscommunication, and you don't want to leave anything out. Um, because of that, I would suggest communicating the next day. Don't confront them right away. That's because confrontation right away is going to lead to an argument because you're full of emotion, and you don't want an argument because it's not good. So you want communication, you want a conversation, you want a dialogue. You don't want an argument. So you want to wait for the next day. If it takes 2 days, wait 2 days, and that's again you have to have patience. Nobody wants to wait. Want to fight right away. Like, yo, I heard you messing with my friend. No, no. Wait a little bit. Um, if they're so significant to you, then you would wait to have that conversation so that it's a meaningful conversation and not just an argument. Because half the stuff that's said in an argument does not get heard. Okay, you don't hear what they're saying; you just hear that they're yelling. So, um, you wanna get that through that way. Um, Now, after communication, okay, let's say you didn't leave them, you love them so much, you start communicating with them, and you figure out that the problem is in that guy. He cheated on you. He has whatever. Maybe it's the sex, okay, or it's you got fat, okay, or things like that. All right, that are external. Okay, they're not about you. They're about stuff around you or stuff physical or actions. Um, Not really actions, more like just physical stuff that are still like I don't like the new apartment we start moving in, or I've been feeling crap, or it's on them. But it's not about your who you are as a character. Okay, those things you can work out. Okay, so through the dialogue, through the communication, you find out that it's about stuff that does not have to do with who you are as a person. Then you can work those things out. But if the problem is, oh, you're not as funny no more, you're not the way you used to be, or anything like that, those are anything that has to do with your personality. Those are key words for you to get out because they no longer like what they used to see in you. They got to know you better because even after like 20 years, you can still keep learning new things about people and how they are. People change and adapt. And if that's causing them to cheat, then it's not going to work anymore. No matter how much you wish it did, no matter what, no, no, no. It's time to grow up and get over it. That's just how I am. I'm more of a tough, hard line on that. Um, but if it's about your character, I also believe like you should not change for anybody. So that's why I say if it's about who you are as a character, then you gotta be out of there. No more of that. Um, and that's all I have for now. Um, but I hope that helps any confused females out there. There's a lot of confused females out there. I'm trying to keep it under 10 minutes. I'm looking at the timer. I don't have time to touch on any other points.